Okay, hello, Crystal Reed. Did you have fun acting in Pinball, the man who saved the game?
I had a lot of fun acting in pinball. It was really playful and light, and we
Hmm,
got to work with a bunch of really wonderfully creative people.
nice. So that you're kind of like the perfect person for me to talk to because last night, I was in a pinball tournament.
Oh, how'd you do?
Horribly, but I
Oh,
had fun.
no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we got a really cool spot called House of Targ, and they do a monthly pinball tournament here in Ottawa, Ontario.
Oh, that's fantastic. Is it a big tournament?
40 people.
Okay,
Not bad. Not bad.
not
It's a cool
bad.
spot too. Anyways, what so this movie was a revelation for me. I didn't know there was a pinball band. Did you know there was a pinball band? What did you think about that?
Yeah, I didn't know there was one. And I think that most people when they discover the film don't know either.
All right.
And that was one of the things that really kind of drew me in immediately because it's so shocking and so absurd that
Hmm.
I think people have trouble realizing that it's actually a true story.
Yeah, it seems pretty innocent, right? Like pinball, out of all the things in the world to be worried
Yeah,
about, pinball.
totally. Exactly. It's so innocent.
Yeah. So one thing I'm wondering is, as a pro, how do you memorize dialogue so quickly?
It really is sort of like a muscle. The more that you do it, the more the easier it becomes. It's sort of like when you listen to a song over and over and then you realize that you know
Uh,
it by heart. It's really similar to that.
Interesting. That's cool. And dialogue, and do you think like dialogue at its best is kind of like lyrical or musical?
I mean, for me at least, I think because I studied theater, so
Ah,
I love the classics.
yeah,
Shakespeare, for instance, has a certain cadence and it is easier to memorize. And yeah, but different playwrights and writers have different voices, and I think it's always fun to figure them out together.
cool. And so you've been in a lot of really cool shows, Teen Wolf, Gotham. Tell me about the difference for preparing for this particular role or for period pieces in general.
Yeah, well, I think there, for me, because I do come from theater, there is a certain amount of research that I want to do in terms of like what does she look like? What would she be wearing?
Hmm.
Um, Sort of like what is a music that's been influencing her and just things that from that era that I can bring into the character. So I worked really diligently with our wardrobe designer because I wanted to make sure we got that right. And I requested to wear a wig. So I got to wear a wig, which I thought was really added another dimension to
Ah,
her. Um, and then I just diligently was listening to all the music from the time period.
oh,
And
that's
just
cool.
deciding, yeah, so it was really fun.
So that kind of get you into the headspace, the music, right?
Totally. Yeah, absolutely.
And so, who are some of your favorite? What were some of the particular albums you were listening to?
I mean, it was pretty like across the board. There's a lot of just like really sort of music without words because I
Oh.
find that when I start listening to music with words when I'm prepping for a role, I tend to take on the emotion of that artist.
Ah,
Which is funny. Yeah. Do you listen to
interesting.
music? Like, does it
I listen
affect
to a
you?
lot of music. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, does it affect you emotionally?
Hell yeah. Like
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of like, clustery, weird jazz and stuff. But if I listen to like more than like two albums by that, I'm gonna be on edge that day, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, there
and,
are
and I
certain
like to when I'm like reading or writing, I like to listen to music without lyrics for sure, because the lyrics distract you, you know?
right.
Yeah,
Totally. Yeah, they totally do.
yeah.
If I have a playlist I listen to specifically for like different emotions that I need to conjure up on set. Oftentimes
Ah.
a director will say, "Oh, I was thinking we have like 5 minutes before lunch. Can you just sob during this next take?" Like really sob. I'm like, "Oh,
No problem.
sure, I can do that, pay me." And then I'll draw upon some music that will really get me there. So it's very useful.
Very cool. And did you play any pinball to get into this?
So Ellen wasn't supposed to be great at pinball. She was supposed to
Right.
discover with him, so I specifically didn't. I
Oh,
waited.
okay, fair enough. And do you play pinball now? Are you like more interested, or is
Oh,
there
I'm more interested, but I still am horrendous at it.
you're like me? It's just for fun. But
Totally.
man, some people at that tournament yesterday, they were taking it seriously. They were like, "We'll see you again next month," and you're but
No,
whatever.
it really is an obsession for some people.
It really is. And one line in the movie that really stuck out to me because I don't like play video games or anything like that. And what's appealing to pinball for me is like it is so accessible, hard to master, but easy to pick up.
Totally.
Yeah,
Yeah. And it's fun.
it is fun. It's a good time. So your son in the movie is played by Christopher Convery,
Mhm.
and he was in that show Gotham with you. So what was it like playing his mom this time?
It was great. So in Gotham, Sophia was sort of a mother figure to him, although she ended up trying to kill him. Um, it was interesting going from playing a straight villain to
Mm,
playing his very maternal, nurturing mother.
yeah.
But it was wonderful because we already had an established relationship.
Yeah.
So we didn't, we already knew how we worked as actors, and it was a lot of fun. He's such a great person.
That's fantastic. Well, I really appreciate your time today, Crystal. It was a lot of fun talking to you about Pinball, the man who saved the game. And we also talked about just, various interesting topics. Before I let you go, can you tell people where they can follow you on social media?
Sure, I am on Instagram. It's Crystal M. Reed.
Uh,
And yeah,
and also Twitter too, right?
I'm on Twitter. Yes, I haven't said anything in a while, but
Uh,
I am on Twitter. I think it's the same handle, Crystal M. Reed.
cool.
Maybe it's Crystal Marie Reed. I don't know.
Do you
I'm not sure.
enjoy Instagram?
Um,
Maybe not.
I have some boundaries. I find
uh,
I'm quite sensitive. And I'm an
mm,
empath. So I
mm,
find myself being really affected by social media and sometimes not so great ways. So I have
yeah.
I don't look at it that often, and I only follow people who sort of make me feel good. I think there's a natural comparison aspect that as humans we have. And so I had to kind of put the brakes on it. But I do love sharing about my work, and I love following people's art and all of that. So it's a love-hate relationship I think I have with Instagram.
Fair enough. All right. Well, I encourage everyone to check out your movie, Pinball, the man who saved the game. Thanks again.
Thank you. Bye.